Just as long as we're all in agreement.
Hello everybody, this is Talking Shit.
Talking shit, yes.
I'm Sean.
I'm Scott.
And we're going to be talking shit today. So
Yeah.
The premise of this, everyone, is that two best friends that have...
Sorry.
Dude, stop doing that.
All right, sorry.
The premise is two best friends that have similar but kind of...
Different views, you know, but we get on. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we have heated discussions sometimes.
Yeah, I fucking hate you a lot of the time.
Yeah, but it's funny. And then at the end of it, we don't get offended, you know?
Exactly, and that's the huge thing about this, is don't take this seriously.
Yeah, this is just, imagine you're sat within your mates having that sort of discussion you have at the pub, that's someone's house party, it's just fun. Don't take it seriously, don't be a whiny little bitch. Just have fun.
Exactly. And yeah, if you do feel like you're getting triggered, no one cares, please turn off the video.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I trigger him all the time.
And it'll be funny to watch.
Yeah, and he loves me. Like, a little bit.
Debatable.
You do? You do. You do. Like, we've shared moments.
Oh, right, cool. So,
You know? Right, okay.
and we're going to see how this goes. So if you enjoy it, please let us know that you've enjoyed
Oh, quickly, little studio tour.
it. Okay, all right.
Water.
Evian as well.
Evian.
We couldn't think of another brand of water on the way here,
Yeah.
apart from Smart Water. So
Yeah.
if you can think of any other brand of water, comment.
Harry
or
Potter
messages.
and a Superman thing, and both Vans. And
Your Vans up. The two things out of this that I just want to discuss is, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I think Harry Potter's trash, and also I think your trainers are trash.
I think you're fucking trash. Like, these are fucking sick.
You've got suede SpongeBob on your
SpongeBob
Vans,
and naked,
30s.
and I've got Homer Simpson naked as well.
Simpson socks I can get on board with, but
Well, why not SpongeBob? You like? Do you watch Have you ever watched SpongeBob?
Not really. I didn't really watch it when I thought he was so fucking annoying.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like,
You're more of a Patrick though.
I'm not Patrick. I'm not Patrick. You're fucking Patrick. Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
dude, like this is talking shit,
Yeah.
and we exactly what we just did, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yes.
I swear to God, I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. Right. First topic.
Yes.
We are going for.
Lockdown extended.
Yes. Yeah.
The broken promises of Boris Johnson.
Don't even get me started, bro. You know you're going to try and trigger me.
I am.
I fucking hate that guy so much.
So a little bit of context. So lockdown was supposed to end on the 21st.
Yeah.
Yeah, all restrictions lifted.
Which is so fucking dumb. Like, it is so dumb. Because the thing about... I'm going to get so heated, but...
Is it dumb though?
Yeah, he's a cuck, man. He's such a cuck. He's like, I'm going to now lift lockdown when science doesn't even told us we can do it. And it's like, you fucking... The thing I hate about Boris Johnson is he's always making promises where he can't make promises. Like that, like, I was on his side, don't get me wrong, like, I know that he's had it tough and all this.
He's a sexy man.
Yeah. And that too.
Yeah.
And then he's like had it really tough, it's been a pandemic, it's like all this fucking madness that's going on. And don't get me wrong, the first bit I was like,
yeah, I was all for it. I was like, okay, we're at that stage of a movie, we're at the pandemic stage, let's just all work together.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And he was doing good, and then he was like, oh shit, loads of money's getting fucked up and the economy's getting fucked up. Who cares if people die? And then was like, let's get them back out. And then I was like, okay, cool, like, we'll see how this goes, kind of thing. And then Christmas rolls around. He promises everybody and that has been in isolation for months, can't see their friends, can't see their families, like. And then he's like a few days before being like, Christmas is cancelled for some of you.
I don't understand.
He fucking knew there was a variant.
Yeah,
he fucking knew it.
Like, I couldn't believe when, you know, they opened it up, and of course they didn't. How does he not expect people are going to go mad, or mingle, or get together? It's fucking Christmas. What do you expect? Use common sense. British people, hello, like common sense. Like, you know what I mean? you just got to watch the Euros at the moment and see all the crowds, people going mad. People don't give a shit. In large crowds, alcohol involved, they don't give a shit.
The thing that fucks me off with Boris Johnson is he just wants to be like, he wants to keep everybody in favour.
But the thing is though, even all this though, I checked the polls, and he's still up.
Yeah.
He's still up.
Yeah.
So it's like, even after a year and a bit of just total and utter shit, he's still trending high. Like I don't understand it.
Conservatives will definitely win again.
Yeah. Labour fucked it.
Yeah, but I just hate Boris Johnson so much. I think he gets people's hopes up. Like, how many suicides and shit would have happened at Christmas because it'd been taken away?
Yeah, people didn't see people,
and they fucking knew about it. Like that's the thing that's the last straw.
Thing I don't get is the whole letting people in from countries that they know it's like bad, you know, and they're not, you know, just I know they're small, like smaller populations, but like Australia and New Zealand, they just cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and then we're just like, oh no, keep coming, and you know, and then they tell people to quarantine at home. Who the fuck's going to do that?
Well, like, it's such a gamble. It's like, oh, use your morals, and it's like,
well, take the track and trace. Take the track and trace. I know so many people that say that when they go to do the track and trace, don't even do it. They pretend, or you know, and so it's like, it's just bollocks. And clearly, it's not really. As soon as we start to let things open again, the numbers go up. Now, I don't know if it's just a case, you know, we've got the vaccines out now, people are up, you know, it's like 30.
It's a matter of time.
You know, it's got to get to a point where surely we just treat it the same as the flu because everyone's vaccinated. You know, you can see it now. The new cases are going up, the deaths are still low. So, like, clearly it's working. So I was in favour of opening up.
Really?
Yeah, because I was just fucked off with the whole thing, like.
But how can you do that when like the graph is just coming up like?
No, I see that if the graph is coming up and the deaths are following like it did last year, I understand. But the deaths aren't. The deaths are staying low.
It's not just about deaths though. It's about like, and also, deaths are still a thing. Like
but it's like 10 compared to like 1,000 last year.
Yeah, but I think it's just a very slippery slope. Plus, like long COVID and shit like that.
What the fuck's long COVID?
You fucking idiot. You're like.
Oh, is that when you get
Yeah. It's when
no. Is that where you have it like a long time? Yeah. I.e. long COVID.
Yeah. So you have long COVID. So you have loads of different symptoms for like ages. Like I know one girl that had it, and all she could smell was like rotten eggs for like 3 months afterwards, and she was seriously fatigued and all that sort of shit.
Not just lazy.
And it's becoming more and more.
No, she weren't just lazy.
Just not shit at cooking it.
You know what I mean? It made her thinking lazy, can't cook.
Nah. Like she's like suffered with like not being able to sleep properly, like waking up feeling fatigued. All she can smell is like sulfur. Like it's fucked up, man.
She taking drugs?
It's not just that shit. No, she just got that fucking COVID, bro. That COVID.
That COVID?
Yeah, you just go around making out loads of strangers all the time, and I'm so shocked that you haven't got it yet, bro.
Well, ask your mum, because... Oh, wait.
Vaccinated, you're fine, bro.
I'm fine, mate. I'm fine. Fucking burned you, bitch. Yeah, that was good.
Got a solid burn.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
You fucking
But now, what's going to happen? My only issue is, in a month's time, which what I say before, I was like, when's a month? 3rd of July? No, clearly it's 20th, or whatever it is. But what if it's still rising, or if there's still issues? Is it going to be another case? Another 4 weeks? Are we going to get a year down the line? It's like another 4 weeks.
No, because that's not how it works. Because they just need more people vaccinated, and it's just a matter of time. But if you put if you just say it's going to be X date when you have no scientific research to say this is going to back up this date, don't say a fucking date, because everyone's going to go.
I think the pressure of politics. You can't, as a politician, you can't go maybe here. You have to give it.
You're the fucking head of the country. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Like you can do whatever the fuck you want. If somebody says like we need a date, I'd be like, fuck off.
At least we don't have Trump.
Yeah. Do
you know what I mean? Like, at least we don't have like a Trump figure that's shouting up saying we're the greatest country in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think we're in a better situation there. But
I think again, I'm not comparing him to Trump. Like I still think he's a knob. But I only started turning on him when he started just turning on us. Really.
You started getting turned on by him.
No, that was way before. It's the blonde locks that do something for me.
The thing that fucking pissed me off is that G7 summit, and they did the picture, and they're all like spaced out, like we're social distancing, and then there's all the other footage of them mingling, like fucking, what are you doing? Like, do they not realise those photos are going to come out?
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a complete and utter slap in the face of people.
Yeah. Again, like I think it's cool to be quite relaxed about it all because they're trying to promote that everybody should be quite relaxed. But I just...
Would you clap if they bring back another clap for the NHS?
Of course I would. Yeah, of course I would. Yeah. But that's still fucked up. They should be paying them more.
Yeah. As PTs, like we train nurses, and I'd say to, and I remember the first clap when everyone did it, and I remember the clients were just like, yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was really nice to it. And it was, I think, a month in, and they were just like, this is just bullshit. Yeah, you know, like give us a pay rise.
It's fucking ridiculous.
And I think they did get a pay rise, but it was something like a penny. It was fucking ridiculous.
Stupid, but, yeah, I think they should have had a pay rise. Did your like clapping down the street turn into like a competition between?
Yeah. Like the first one, we were like, woo!
Yeah. Like Marjorie across the road is like going hard. So my dad is like getting a fucking 10 out and being like.
Things I felt like as the weeks went on, and like people I know, nurses were saying, no, it's bullshit. It's like just give us a pay rise. When the clap would come around, I'd be in like a, what do I do? So I'd open the door and be like. Close it, like, well, I've done it, and
still show support and still want them to have a pay rise. Like, I don't think that's taking a piss if you're showing that you're appreciative. But yeah, when I found out about like the other people getting pay rises and nurses not, I was like, what the fuck?
I do remember about end of 2018, I started training these two Chinese girls at London, and they used to wear a mask in the gym. And I just used to think, oh, it's fucking stupid. Like, why are you wearing a mask for? This is pre-COVID and everything. Now, like, it's just funny, isn't it? Like, how we're right here now.
When we were coming back from Florida, literally a week before everything got shut down, we were seeing people walking through the airport all wearing masks and shit. We were just like, ha, chumps. And then we get back into London, and it's like 28 days later. It was like, oh, things are happening here. But in America,
it's not really the zombie apocalypse I expected, though. It's been a bit lame, a bit boring.
I was so hoping you'd be dead by now.
But again, like, you know, if I wasn't around, who would like change your nappy? My mum. Right, my mum. Okay. Did you see my brain trying to work up an insult, and then you just done me like that? Like,
burn. Right, should we move on to the next one? Anti-vaxxers. That's what we're talking about now.
Anti-vaxxers.
I like to class probably you.
Oh, sorry.
you and I as anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, anti-vaxxers in the sense that we're not fucking morons. Like, I don't. It boggles my mind when we both know people that do exceedingly high amounts of, say, drugs, recreational drugs. Do they know what's in their gram of coke? Do they know what's in their like pill that they've just got? Could have like crushed up asbestos in or whatever.
Yeah, like broken glass and shit.
Rat poison. Yeah. They happily do that on a fucking Friday, Saturday night. Like, oh yeah, drug.
Every person that I've seen share like some anti-vaxxer bullshit, I know for a fact goes out on Fridays and Saturdays and gets bagged.
So they'll happily buy drugs from some weird crackhead, don't know what's in it, and do that. But a multi-international effort, like push for a vaccine, which is backed by near every health body going, and I love it when these anti-vaxxers bring out like this person on YouTube, like fuck off. Like, I'm not taking my advice from YouTube, really not. And it's proven, like they were, like, so my ex worked in pharmaceuticals, so she know, and to do with trials. So it's exactly the same thing.
Were you one of the trials?
For a few things. That's why I am like I am. Prove me. But I think a trial, you know, so they had something like in the COVID trials, 45,000 people or something over. So it's a world effort. That is multiple times more than what they usually do for a trial.
The thing that,
so it's worked. It's 90% success rate.
The thing that like confuses the fuck out of me is when they're just trying to control you, man. And it's like, yeah, they are. but not the way that you think. They want everybody back out in the world spending money, bitch.
They want to control you, Karen. You, Karen, that goes shopping on a Saturday afternoon for fucking tampons the size of fucking.
I just want to be whoa. I just want to be completely honest and just say you're not interesting enough for them to want to control you.
Yeah, the Pentagon. It's like, hello, Karen is making a move. Track. Fuck off.
Yeah. She just honked. Had some kids skateboarding.
I've heard that people put in magnets where they've had their thing. Yeah. It's like, you fucking daft.
Yeah.
You absolute.
Did you see that? Like when that guy did it and he put it on one side and it was like clearly just because he was like sweaty or something, it stuck and he was like, oh my god, and then he put it on the opposite.
Was he American?
Yeah. He put it
no offense to Americans, but you guys believe a lot.
He put it on the opposite side and it just fell off. And then fair play to him, like he immediately was like, I'm really sorry guys, I need to take back that's like magnetized and shit. Fair for like politics.
It's like we were saying before.
I just think, like you said, if the leading experts in this field are telling you that this is a good idea and it has previous like track record of working because it's a fucking vaccination, believe it.
Do you know what does my nut in? All these people, people are dying because of the vaccine. It's like, well, first off, that does happen anyway.
Yeah.
If you just take a packet of paracetamol and aspirin, you pull out the side effects. You'll never ever fucking touch that shit again. Like, you wouldn't.
What's the because you know the blood clot thing.
Yeah.
Like that is a very common side effect.
Side effect again, and the pill for girls.
Yeah, that's
blood clots is a side effect of that.
Also flying as well. Like
flying gives you blood clots. That's why pilots and you can't call them air stewardesses anymore, can you? Flight crew, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's only a certain amount of hours they can fly a year.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know how you can sit there, listen to overall consensus on vaccines, and then watch a YouTube channel with this fucking crackhead giving his opinion. Open your eyes to the world. The Illuminati is kind of to control you.
By the masses.
Like, get fucked. Like I was saying to you before, if let's say I did believe some of that, but then the thing that to go on holiday, I need to be vaccinated, which you have to do when you go to Thailand, Mexico. You've got to get your shot. Yeah, fucking, I'm doing it.
But the hilarious thing is they're all like, oh, this is. And I said this in a post as well. It was like they're all just going against our human rights. It's like how fucking.
What human rights, you fucking dick? Like it's holiday.
It's also human rights wise, like you're literally opening yourself up to an infectious disease. That's like, is it disease or virus?
Disease, zombie virus.
If it like you're more susceptible to have it, and you've got less chance of fighting it off. So you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting everyone around you at risk. That's against our human rights.
A new thing I was hearing is people like, oh, people who've been double vaccinated are getting the virus. Yeah, it helps you stop getting the virus, but you can still get it, but you just don't die.
Yeah.
It's like with flu vaccine. Mm-hmm. You get the flu vaccine. I've had the flu vaccine before, still get the flu, but I don't get it as bad. It just mind boggles how someone can take the opinion of someone from social media over leading bodies, and then they just. Whereas before, they probably...
The thing that annoys me the most, I love how triggered we're getting as well,
yeah.
The thing that annoys me the most is they think they're so fucking smart. They think they're so smart. And
That's the thing. They think that by watching these little videos or watching Open Your Eyes on Instagram, they feel like they've got a doctorate in fucking bioengineering, and that gives them the right to... And it'll be so funny. I just can't wait for people to try and book holidays.
Yeah.
Watch this. As soon as the anti-vax go to book a holiday and it says proof of vaccination, you watch how quickly they get it.
Oh, mate, they'll be like, don't fucking agree with it, but I want to go to Santorini, so...
yeah. Want to go to fucking Malaga. yeah. Want to go, what's the other one? What's the other one in Mexico? Cancun. I want to go fucking Cancun.
But dude, the serious thing behind it is you have a serious social implication because you could kill someone. Like did you hear about that girl? Again, it's like my brother's auntie's fucking. But I heard that this girl went round, had COVID at Christmas, and ended up killing her dad because they were like, "Oh, just come round, it's just COVID." Came round, killed her dad, and then I think 3 weeks later, her mum died of COVID as well. Like, if that was me, I would kill myself. But if I killed my mum and dad because I was stupid enough to go around with a virus, how would you live with yourself?
You just couldn't.
You just wouldn't be able to.
Like,
I'm not saying to that girl, kill yourself, by the way.
Yeah. Let's just clarify this. Like, that's personal opinion. Like,
yeah, that's personal. Like,
well, yeah, if
I
you did,
wouldn't be able to live with myself. If I
through pure ignorance,
I would feel horrendous. That's why when it first happened, I stayed indoors for like 3 months. I didn't see anybody out of pure fear.
But we met up a couple of times. But we had like, I think.
That was right at the very end of the first lockdown as well, and we were out in the open. We never got close, like as much as you wanted it. We never got close.
What is wrong with two best mates holding hands? I don't get this. Like,
I think, in my opinion, it's just selfish.
I just find it crazy. I think it shows the power of social media, how it can brainwash people, and then they're probably going to come back if there's anti-vaxxers watching, but you're brainwashed by the establishment. Get fucked. Like, you know, how they've been brainwashed to think that the world is trying to control them, and it just mind boggles. Like Bill Gates. No, he's not. He just wants to get rich. Like, yeah, I know he wants to get rich, but he's not going to try to control the world.
Our face is going to be red, bro, if this comes out and then like 2 weeks later we're in shackles and we're all just zombies.
What, getting pegged?
Yeah, no, we're not going there. But yeah, it's just, I just think it's so fucking dumb, and I just don't understand why you would publicly share how dumb you are. Like,
that's another thing.
I have family members, and like they're like, I'm not getting the vaccine. It's like, I can't believe I shared DNA with you. Like, I know. I can't believe my genes.
It's like they say there's like 1% of Neanderthal DNA in people, and I'm like, there it is.
Like, it's just, I just can't believe that.
It's
and
just
all the people that were like, fucking lockdowns ruining my life, and it's like, we'll give you something to help stop this process from happening.
Do you know what I don't get? Like the protests for the lockdowns, right, going around, and I'm just like. Like what? Right. What currently can't, like what is the restriction in your life? You know. So yes, you can't go on holiday, or you can go to some places, and people are getting crying that they've had to like quarantine from going to an amber country or something. Like, you made that decision, you fucking retard. Like,
and we probably had a sick time as well.
So like, have to wear a mask in some situations. Okay, that's really not a problem. I don't understand why people are like, it's stopping me from breathing. Like.
I'm a germ freak, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah, so, and you know, we can now go to pubs, we can sit down and eat and stuff. Clubs aren't opening. I don't really care. Who gives a fuck? Like, I prefer a bar anyway. Like, and you know, just give it time. Like, just give it time. Like, you know, polio, you know, Spanish flu, the normal flu, when it come around, you know, it got rid of because of vaccines. It did. It's coming back because people are becoming such anti-vaxxers that old diseases or viruses that we eradicated are starting to come back. Like the measles, whatever, is on the rise because people are scared that it's gonna.
That's what I read the other day, that it was coming back because people aren't taking vaccines anymore.
Yeah. So like, it just, as a society, I think with our intelligence is just sort of starting to dip.
Do you think that's just due to like people being like
fucking idiots?
Well, yeah, that, but they're like, everybody's trying to control us.
It's films, social media, conspiracies, people watching stuff.
Again, I still don't. I people that take Class A drugs recreationally, like, I've got nothing against that. Like, if you
take drugs, take drugs. Like,
safe, I don't,
yeah,
like,
you're not hurting someone, but if you're open to take all that shit,
and steroids as well,
like, and you're scared about a vaccine, like, and
if it's not being given to you by a doctor and you're totally cool with taking it, and then something has been given to you by a doctor you're questioning. Like, I said to somebody as well, like, they're like, well, I don't know anything about it. And I'm like, so if you needed open heart surgery right now, like, would you question that? And they're like, no. And it's like, well, do you know anything about that? Like, no. It's when they take any drugs. Any drugs. So they go take a paracetamol, they go take an aspirin, they go take a hay fever tablet. Those are all gone through trials. Bro, they've all been experimental at times. I trust that this is water right now. Like, this, I'm making a huge life decision, like, trusting that this is water right now. and it's not going to kill them. Hopefully, that's not what we're feeling today.
Yeah, but what was you know?
I think 1,000%. I got called brainwashed for being like.
Oh yeah, I've been insinuated to be like brainwashed, sort of thing. Like I'm just going with the system. I'm like, what have you done your whole life? Like, you know, you want to get a car, driver license. You know, you want to do. There's things that we have to do, and like, I don't understand why it's so hard to go get the vaccine.
Especially when they're like, this will bring us back to some form of normality. Like this will help, and then they're like, no, we just want it back to the way it was. And it's like, it doesn't work like that.
They're saying that as they're putting a fucking pill in their water, they're fucking down in a night out. Like, I don't believe in the vaccine.
It's unfair.
No.
Nah, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Get a vaccine. And again, shut the fuck up more. Like, it's just,
It's not taking away your freedom to do Class A drugs.
Yeah, and it's not taking away your freedom in general, it's giving you more freedom.
Yeah,
it just doesn't
exactly
make any sense. But I cannot wait to see Facebook status disappear or people complaining about taking the vaccine so they can do things they enjoy.
Yeah,
and
sporting events.
It'll be holidays and shit as well. And they'll just be like, fucking can't believe it. Like,
I saw this one, I think it was one of your Facebook posts, there was this girl that was saying like, I holiday in the UK. I'm like, you sad motherfucker.
She said she had a sad life. And I was like, dude, you don't need to go that dark. I literally WhatsApped you being like, don't go that dark, man.
Why? Like, I don't want to go on holiday. I'm happy with staying in the UK. Great, you know, see the world sort of thing, you know. Well, she's down in Butlins or fucking Centre Parks. I'm in Mexico going, great.
Yeah, but like, again, I think at this moment in time where
She blocked me, by the way.
Yeah, good.
I triggered her.
When I love how proud you are of that, but like when this is all going on, like everyone's like, oh, I just want to go to another country, and it's like, just be a fucking team player, get a vaccine, wait till shit starts like coming back down, everything's going in our direction, and holiday in the UK and put money back into the UK. Like, what the fuck? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Because it's not going to be like this forever, you moron. It'll be forever if we keep bouncing back and forth. It's the same argument that I have with Boris Johnson, is the fact that he keeps putting dates on things. So people keep getting entitled and they keep having a fucking like, oh, he's a knob because he keeps pushing it back. But it's science. Like, stop arguing with science. It's just, I can't grasp it. And I can't understand it.
It's one of those life mysteries.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Next one. Okay, cool. So next one is what we like and what we don't like. Stop fucking doing that, bro.
Oh, sorry.
What we like and what we hate about fitness.
Oh, that's a big topic. That's a big topic.
Very short of my
Really?
This is very long, yeah.
Really?
I fucking
Right.
hate the fitness industry.
One thing you like?
Helping people.
Helping people.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
You know, anyone that gets into PT from the start who wants the money, you're in the wrong game.
Yeah, fuck.
You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You're just going to be shit.
Yeah.
You'd like to help people. That's it. You know, when you have a client that just sends you, like, you get it, we get it, like, that sends you a real heartfelt message of something you've helped improve.
Changing people's lives.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it, because that's why whenever I take people on, it's very much a sort of like screening process at the beginning, because it's like, I'm not going to waste my time on somebody that's not here to do what they're here to do, you know. And you need to. I'm not going to take money off somebody that doesn't want to change their life and isn't going to put the effort in to change their life, because it's pointless. I
love it. I have a big thing I always preach is giving people confidence.
Yes.
So when you give someone confidence, and it's not arrogance, it's confidence. It's confidence to feel good in what they're wearing, going to the beach, wearing a suit. They fill out a suit better. You know, it's just whatever it is. If they say at the end of a transformation that they feel fucking confident. Yeah. That's amazing.
And more knowledge is like a huge thing for me as well. It's like making sure that they understand what they're doing. Because there's so many years that you and I have spent like when we first started lifting and training and all that sort of stuff, where we didn't know what we were doing and we made all the mistakes in the book.
Mate, on that time hop, it brings up stuff, like it brought up stuff like a circuit when I'm proudly destroying people and shit like that. And like,
you know, Burpee King back
I was Burpee King. When I left one of the gyms I worked at, they gave me a mug saying Burpee King. Like, and now I don't make my clients do burpees unless. Really, I don't. Like, it's, you change, you learn so much different stuff as you grow. Like, the new PTs now that qualify, and one thing that's good for them in terms of is that they don't have to go through all the shit that we went through when.
That's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing?
That's not a good thing.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, growth.
Yeah, growth.
Growth,
and
yeah.
That's not a good thing because the thing that irritates the fuck out of me about Instagram is that when you and I, like when we first started
there was no Instagram.
There was no social media or anything like that. People that were freelance had to work their fucking ass off to get freelance. Like it was word of mouth. It was your old school flyers. We went out like that. Like that's we came up before Instagram.
And it's the thing, you say it a lot as well as when you get into the industry, work at a gym.
Yeah.
Even if it's for an hour for a year. But
kids are so arrogant these days that I get so many messages from people saying, "Oh, I want to like get as successful as you and all this sort of shit," and it's such a douchey thing to say. But it's like, and I'm like, cool, put the work in. Like, don't put up your PT qualification and all of a sudden you're an online coach and a personal trainer and you know this and know that. Be honest with your audience.
Yeah.
And who gives? I just want to say this to everybody, who gives a fuck about you being topless on Instagram? Nobody. It's like when you put up an ass photo, like, they're not liking it because they want to be a client. They're liking it because it's an ass photo, and likes don't equate to money.
Guys are liking ass photos, glute pics on Instagram because they want to fuck it, not because they aspire to it or it inspires them.
Just like, yeah, it's fine if you look like that. We can all train ourselves, but it's a lot deeper than that. Especially when you're charging money as well. Because I know people that charge crazy money and don't perform, you know, like it's insane. It's
a problem like that. Well, what was the last? I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I read that 30,000 new PTs qualify every year. And I think it's like 1% that actually, after a year or something crazy percentage, that actually carry on doing it.
We've been how long have you been qualified?
Coming up to 12 years.
Yeah, and I've been 10 years. Coming up 11. How many people have we seen come and go? Like,
countless, hundreds. Like, if you think of it, like over, just so many. You just see it all the time. Especially when you work in a gym, the rate of new PTs in and PTs out, and for some reason PTs always seem to, when they start doing PT, they become estate agents or recruiters. Yeah.
Because again, I think it's like the quick money sort of route where. Like, I'm not against anybody wanting to make money. That's what we do it for as well, because we enjoy it.
But there has to be a balance of, I want to make money to live, but I'm doing something I love, and I'm helping that person. Exactly. And they know that you know, you can't live off nothing.
The thing that concerns me about the whole thing, and it always has, and the main reason why I hate it so much is it's just unlicensed.
Anyone right now can go on to a lot of the PT insurance pages and get insurance. They don't have to provide any. When I first went freelance and I looked at insurances and I went in it and I took pictures of all my qualifications ready to upload to prove that I'm a PT, and it was just like, which package, that one, card details. Yeah, that was it.
75 quid.
That was it. And so any absolute artard can fucking train anyone now, and it's just...
The thing that again annoys me is because of social media, you can then be like, I'm a freelance PT when you haven't trained anyone in your fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't go, I'm a tractor driver because I've got a tractor driver license. Like, well, I suppose I would.
You fucking would.
I wouldn't be like, I'm a professional tractor driver.
No. Better things. We've got driving license. We're not race drivers.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing that I always say to everybody.
I do need to kill us when we're on the car.
I have every car journey with you. I am thinking I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, even on like silly things like just hitting a normal junction, I feel like I'm gonna die.
Yeah. But I can see the fear in your eyes, actually.
Dude, I literally feel so unsettled. Like, I'm gonna put my watch on next time and check my heart rate. But the thing that like I always say to people, especially the ones that message me, is it's like passing your driving test. It's like the examiners, because again, we've known people that have transitioned from PT to being like somebody that instructs people and teaches them how to be PTs. They're told that they need to pass people because they need that pass record.
Yeah.
And it's like they need...
So they're passing dangerous PTs.
Dangerous PTs.
And you see it now. There's accounts now on Instagram that rightly so call out shit PTs and the shit they make their clients do. So
if I had a time machine and went back to looking at probably you or I in our first 3 or 4 years, we would probably dog shit.
HIIT. I used to do so much HIIT because HIIT sped up your metabolism. Absolute horseshit.
Yeah.
But when we first started, that was considered law. You didn't question it. HIIT sped up your metabolism and eat small meals through the day and all this shit. And as you progress, you realise that's actually not true. But
and you also realise that, like, when somebody comes in and they're like, "Oh, I had like a takeaway or something," like in your first couple of years, you're like, "Oh man, that's like, I can't believe you fucking fucked up your nutrition like that." When in reality now, we're like, just track that shit and it'll be fine.
Yeah. If you track it, it's fine.
Again, like the whole driving test thing, like they are just trying to get you qualified to make sure that they have got a passing ratio which looks sick, so more people buy courses with them. And
the courses got shit now as well. Like
they're fucking awful.
The ones that I did was in person. That's now fully online. And like I've known PT qualifications where the practical element's nearly gone. I'm like, the job is practical.
Dude, one of our mates like told me that one guy couldn't really speak English, but he was told he had to pass him, so he had to instruct him on what he was doing wrong, and then tick it off, and then fucking pass him.
It's absolute fucking horseshit.
Then that person's then going to go out and be like, "I'm a freelance PT," and then like.
But that's the thing. It's like that's why working. Like the biggest advice is get into work in a gym because. It's like again like a driver's license. You get your driver's license, but you learn to drive after. You know, like when you work in a gym, you're interacting with other PTs that are more experienced. They can give you their knowledge, pass it on. When I first started, Richard Jones, big shout out, great guy. He was the one that fucking mentored me and made sure I didn't do it.
He was my mentor as well.
Yeah, like, and then. And that's but that's like new PTs now because of the rise of social media, because of they can just go straight into it. They've got no experience.
Yeah, and that's the worrying thing.
And they usually become Herbalife reps. No, fronting.
But I just think it's if you are going to look for somebody, look at their credentials. If they're posting themselves 24/7. And they don't show any client work, because since day one I was like, no one gives a fuck about me. Like they want to know what I can do.
Okay.
And they want no. Like from like a professional standpoint, like I can train myself. Anybody can train themselves. Yeah, but I want to showcase what my people can do and what I can do with them, rather than me just stood up, being like, "Here's my ass, here's my abs." Like it just doesn't make any sense. I think it's dangerous. Like, but don't get me wrong, there are
people that still get into the industry for the good reasons. Don't get me wrong.
There's loads,
but it just has to be. I think this has to be awareness of why you're doing it.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
And put practice in. It's anything, dude. If you want to be a professional at anything, put the time, put the effort.
What's that? Is it so you have to do something 10,000 times to be an expert?
10,000 hours makes you. It's supposedly 10,000 hours is what makes you an expert.
Which we've clocked.
Dude, I worked it out the other day, and just in one-to-ones, without classes and without normal gym hours, it was like 12,000 hours of one-to-ones. Yeah, it was. That made me be like.
I've seen top high-level PTs on Instagram saying 5,000 hours worth of one-to-ones, and I'm just thinking, I've doubled that easy.
Yeah, but it's again, I don't feel like I feel like it all depends on the amount of effort you're putting in, and if you're silly enough to think that just getting a bit of paper and you not practicing that over a duration of time that you can go freelance, I think like no disrespect, but I think it's disingenuous. I think 100%. You can't be charging £40-50 an hour for something.
I always people always ask me about prices and stuff. I'm like, well, you look at the area you're in. You know, you're in London, that's £100 an hour because that is the going rate. Berkshire, 40
Yeah, I'd say like
quid,
40,
45, 50. You start going above that real high, you're outpricing yourself.
Yeah. But to a degree, like if you can guarantee those results,
If you can guarantee the results, yeah,
and
I
if
get
you're
that.
working with the right people, and you have the track record and the years of experience, I always tell you charge too little. We've been doing it for like,
Yeah.
you've been doing it how long now?
My thing is that empathy side of it. You know.
Yeah, but again, payment plans, all that sort of stuff. Like you don't have to.
London. My 2 years in London actually has changed.
Yeah.
Changed my mindset because that changed my mindset, and I have been adapting that more.
Lockdown changed mine completely because
you started OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
But like lockdown changed everything, my perspective, because it was like before that I was doing 6 a.m. till 12 and then 3 p.m. till 9, 5 days a week, and I was charging peanuts for the amount of my life I was spending. It's just crazy, and especially for doing it for so long and having such a track record and stuff, it's unsustainable, but it's pretty crazy if you think about it. But I just think that's my biggest hatred about. Actually, no, my biggest hatred is girls fucking up other girls' concepts of what they should look like and how they should act, and
that's social media. That is social media. There you go. Like you've got.
I have clients that are deeply fucked up from working with other trainers. That just whacked them on bodybuilder diets, and
that's what sometimes I don't get is that
broccoli by 8 a.m.
A lot of girls they get a trainer, and all of a sudden they're doing bikini comp prep, and I want to ask them, is that your goal? Do you want to stand on stage like gaunt and really starving? Or some girls do it really well. You know, some girls just naturally good at it, but the majority have a shit time.
It's also like, is that sustainable? Are you going to do that post training with this person? How are you going to feel if you deviate from a meal plan?
It's like,
is that going to fuck with you psychologically?
I've had someone recently say to me, like, well, you know, my trainers like put me in like bikini comp prep, and I'm like, well, do you want to do bikini comp? And she was like, I don't know, not really. And I'm like, bikini comp prep is very aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, it's not your normal transformation. Yeah. So why are you doing that? So like, and that was again, she's. Awesome. If that's what they want to do, if that's what you want to do, great, fantastic. But this girl didn't even know she wanted to do it, and it's like, has your trainer even sat you down and asked you what your goal is? Because by the sounds of it, you've gone for PT, and the trainer's just assumed what your goal is and put you on that path, and you're just all of a sudden going down this.
The dangerous thing as well, bro, is like the bit that I've succumbed to in the past is getting the transformation picture. Like sometimes. I've always been quite empathetic and been like, right, we want to make sure. But at points it was like people kind of, and I didn't push it enough where I was like, I don't actually give a fuck about this transformation photo. Yeah. But because I was reeling so many out, people were like, I want to be on there. I want to.
Yeah. So there's a pressure of putting the transformation photo.
And they want to be on there, and then they're like, oh, I'm just doing unsustainable shit. And now I've really sort of pushed like, don't do that. But like younger trainers and people that want to make a name for themselves. Probably going to put people on like 900 calories and stuff just so they can get a photo and put it on social media. Just
peasant calories, you know. It's like, why are you doing that?
It's a dangerous world, man. Anybody that looks for a trainer has to be cautious and do their research.
Do your research, yeah. Ask about like
if they're just doing James Smith style videos, or if they're just putting photos of themselves like just looking jacked, and they have no social proof of what they're doing with their clients, then
one of the issues now with the industry is TikTok. It really is. Like, it's worse than Instagram.
Really?
The type of information going out is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like and more young people watch that shit. So you know, young kids are getting brainwashed from even a younger age. You know, my niece, she's like 9. My sister was noticing that over the span of like a month or 2 months, she was getting 9 years old, and she's saying that she's fat. She's questioning how she looks. And my sister was trying to figure out where the hell is this coming from. And then she had a look at her iPad, and she's on TikTok and following all these rich kids and sort of like like
Bro,
all these accounts which are gonna. And so my sister deleted the TikTok, and within about 2 weeks,
back to normal.
back to normal. Yeah. Lovely little girl
It's
enjoying her
terrifying,
life.
bro. My niece I was chilling with yesterday, 7 going on 8, and she said similar sort of things. She went, oh, mummy always tells me I don't have to be famous. And I was like, yeah, you don't have to be famous.
You don't have to be famous.
You will have a lovely normal life, and that will be
like one of the main things now is like kids want to be professional gamers.
Bro, she wants to. She thinks she's got a YouTube account, but it's actually just recording on the iPad.
Right.
Like my sister was like, "Yeah, you've got a YouTube account," and like just records her on the iPad. Because she was like, "There's no way I'm letting you have a YouTube account."
There's so many kids now that sedentary lifestyle. And you can make a lot of money. The big gamers are making loads of money, and I see the appeal from a young age.
Cool, so that was our first episode of Talking Shit. If you enjoyed it, if there was any talking points that you think that you want to talk some shit to, then leave a comment. If you enjoyed it, like it, subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. Spotify, YouTube, we've got Instagram, Talking Shit, so find us there for little clips and information when the next one's going to come out. And just what you thought as well. Yeah. Feedback will be great. Feedback is great. Like, obviously, we are just talking shit, so please don't take offence. Don't get triggered. If you take offence, it's just going to make us worse. Yeah, we're just going to talk even more shit about you taking offence. Yeah, so, you've looked in, fly on the wall and 2 mates having a conversation. So and we do this regularly. Man. Yeah. It's, if you want the live version, come do PT with us and you'll see it. That works too. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much. Please stay safe. Please stay safe. Get your vaccination as well. Yeah, get your vaccine. It's not going to control you or kill you. Yeah. He's not dumb because he took a vaccine. He's just dumb in general. I'm not dumb. Much, guys. See that.
Just as long as we're all in agreement.